2016, I moved to Michigan, and one of the many things that I needed to take care of was helping my son to get on the right track. My youngest son, he had been getting into a lot of trouble. Now, for 3 years before I came here, I've been trying to work with him and get him focused on being positive, focus on making money, focus on progress to get him away from the negativity. And we had done small business ventures that we had done together, but he was still getting into trouble. Even after I helped him get his first house in 2013, the next year, he got focused on real estate. He still was getting into trouble. So when I get here, my son has a long arrest record. Just about everything, traffic or minor offenses. It was nothing major. I'm beating in his head how he needs to get this stuff taken care of, because not only do he got a long list of cases, but he got several open warrants for his arrest. But he wanted to fight with me about this, but I didn't care. He was going to get this done through hell or high water. He got every excuse as to why he don't want to go to court. I don't have any dress clothes to wear to court. That ain't no problem. Me and you about the same size. I got a whole gang of stuff. I got 6 or 7 suits that I bought with me. 3 of them still brand new. What color do you want? You don't want to wear a suit? I got shirt and ties. Whole lot of them. Even got dress codes to match. Let's go. We taking care of this. He fought with me before court. He fought with me after court. It was always a fight. This went on for about a year, till finally he started going willingly. The majority of the time, he went kicking and screaming like a toddler. I didn't care. I was not stopping. He was getting this done. It took us about 1.5 years or 2 years to get all these court cases cleared up. And every single court case, I was there. Every lawyer visit, I was there. And every time I made sure he had on a suit or at least a shirt and tie going in there. Now, once we got all this together, in the meantime, we working on his attitude, his temper. This is one of the reasons that he keeps getting into trouble. It's how he's dealing with life and dealing with people, how he talks to people. So I'm working with him with this. Every time he do something, I'm on him about it. You getting loud with somebody, being disrespectful to people. You can't talk to people like this. He kept doing it and we kept fighting about this. After about 1.5 years of this, he calling me every time something happened. Hey, Pops, this took place and I'm upset and I just wanted to talk to you to calm myself down. But then he started calling me after, telling me how he was the bigger person, telling me how he dealt with different situations. Progress. Now, when he started doing that, because I had been telling him throughout this time, if you focus more on being positive, more positive things is going to happen for you. When you focus more on the grind, more on making money, you're going to see success in ways like you have never done it before. And once he started doing that, he started seeing success on a level that he never even thought about. Coming up with different avenues of making money. One of the things that I showed him was using buying and selling cars as a side hustle. Whether you're buying it from the car auctions, private owners, I'm showing him this. I'm teaching him about what cars to buy, what not to buy, what to look for with cars, showing him how he can go online and look up things and so he can be well informed before he actually even purchase a car. 3 years into this, all his court cases are done. I'm seeing nothing but progress from my son. He goes on, he starts his own LLC. Many people who had never owned a home before, he helped them to become homeowners. Many people who didn't have a car, he helped them to get cars. Now, throughout this entire time, me and my son had been getting into it really bad. From the time that it started, we getting into it. My son would get disrespectful to me, get loud with me, And it would be so bad that I wanted to go upside his head on several occasions. But every time it happened, something always stopped me. And I would always have this thought, you've seen this before. That thought would always come up every time it happened. Because see, it didn't just happen a few times. Roughly about a 2.5-year period. This happened 10 to 15 times. My son swelling up at me, getting loud with me, being disrespectful to me. Now, in the beginning, I would always be trying to talk to him like, son, what is going on with you? Why is you coming at me like this? I'm the person that brought you in the world. And then all this stuff that we doing together. Why are you coming at me like this? And he would never give me an answer. But because of the thought that I'm having in my head that I've seen this before, I didn't press him about it. Now, throughout this time, the family narcissist would be coming to me every time she heard or knew about any progress that he was making. When she knew about him taking care of all his court cases, she come to me saying, the only reason he took care of all them court cases was because of you. The only reason he buying all them cars is because of you. The only reason he buying all them houses is because of you. The only reason he's successful is because of you. Now, every time she came to me, I never said nothing. Not one word in response. I just listened. The way that I had to stop my son from being disrespectful to me, I had to actually threaten him. I said, son, listen, if you ever get loud with me again, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. And anybody else that want to go with you. Because we ain't doing this no more. And then from that point on, he knew I wasn't playing with him. He stopped. He never got loud, never was disrespectful again. But don't you know that in 2022, on a video that I made when he came to me when my sister was out here with the lie that I had quit my job and I'm doing so bad, my son finally came to me and told me this. He also told me on that day that she had been coming to him since 2016, and I started working with him, telling him stories about me, trying to tear him away from me. Oh yeah. He said she had told him so many stories, he couldn't even remember all of them. Here's the thing. I had heard many of these stories for years at this point. Mind you, it's been 6 years already. I've been hearing the stories from other people saying all kind of stuff about me. And I didn't care. I didn't even respond. I didn't even think about it, never talked about it. But to hear that she was sitting with my son, telling this to him while we working together, I'm helping him to change his life because he said, I never said it. He said it that day. He said every single thing that I've done, all my success is because of you. So what would have happened to him had he listened to her in that first year? Me and him getting into it because she's beating his head, beating in his mind all these lies and twisted stories about me. What happens if he say, oh man, I ain't messing with him no more. My dad ain't no good. Or what would have happened with him being disrespectful to me after hearing these vicious stories coming from her? And in his mind, he don't know what to think, but he coming at me being disrespectful. He not telling me what she's saying. He's not telling me that she's telling him stuff. He only reacted to the stories that she's telling him by being disrespectful to me. What happened if I had went upside his head like I started to on several occasions? And me and him is fighting now. When you fighting somebody, it's easy for somebody to lose their life. And I've seen it many times throughout my life. A simple fight turned into people losing their life. All of this is based on lies from a narcissist who been sitting up lying to him for 6 years. When she sit up and sing the progress he was making based on him being around me every day. But you steady beating in his head, lie after lie after lie. What kind of person does this? What kind of mind state you got to be in to do this and think that it's okay? But the whole time you're doing it, you're talking to me on the phone every single day. This is a wicked, psychotic person, man. She could have tricked the whole world mind with the lies she had to come against me. But to do it to my son, when do it end? Here's the thing about this. It's not just me. I'm just the one sharing my story. The same kind of stuff she's done with many family members. But you're dealing with a vicious devil here that don't stop.